Hi everybody, it's Colin here from Woodthorpe International, formerly known as Collins Engage. I've been just doing some changes to the plan because I got a couple of items for the European, what was made by Fleischmann. They're quite old, and it's some hoppers, and I got two, and they're electrified. I'm just going to put a bit of a mock little area up just to show you how it works. But Fleischmann do some wagons what open up at the sides and drop the load out, and I thought it'd be nice to put that, incorporate it into the layout. So what I've actually come up with, if I bring any rail up, right, so I've just done a bit of a Heath Robinson setup just to show the actual mechanism working. You're going to have to squeeze the hand of God to make it move, but the train will go over and then you'll see the arms open up and it would dump. Now that one's not got any in, but this one has. And it dumps and goes through, and then it would go back on its way to wherever. I'll just take them off because, so that's the idea, and I've changed the plan slightly in the English side of the layout, which I'll show you. But it's very old. It's quite old, is this. This is the box that it comes in. And it's also electrified. So not only do you can dump it in, you can switch it to dump out at the side there. I'll show you the underneath side of it. I haven't wired it up to have a go yet, but I'm going to put one at the height it is, and then I'm going to let one into the actual top in a different area of the cement works. So it's delivering materials to make the cement. That's the excuse for using it, and I thought it'd be nice just to have it a little scene. But you know, you just, compared to, I'm going to say an English as in the ones what were made for, from our country, that some in the have underneath hoppers what release. But how easy, is that just to open and it drops its load. But this is Fleischmann, and if I've shown you in the past, they have doors open and stuff. Why can't they just put a bit more detail in some of our stuff? I know it's made still in China. This is made probably it will be made in Germany. But it's just something nice to see used. So what I've actually done is, this area here is about 50 mil higher than all of this area, and this area here, and going off to the right, which I can't, I can show you, but I'd have to move the camera. I'm trying to not move the camera for you. Is the cement works. So the cement works have to have stuff delivered. And just if I make it into a bit of a European scene instead of an English scene, these hoppers, one is there and one's going to be let into the ground over here to drop a different material off. And it rolls in, runs past it, the doors open, it drops, and the next one comes, and so on. And I've many years ago when I used a Fleischmann layout at the York Model Railway exhibition, and we're talking, over 4 decades ago. This guy had these wagons, and I've always liked them, and they haven't changed barring any markings on them and stuff like and names. And I just thought, they're fantastic. But to see them in Engage and they work so well, it's brilliant. Really is brilliant. So I put one there, so I've had to just put this extra line in here. Oh, just while I'm here, just for Robert's train set, I've got my mug of tea. So cheers, Robert. He always has a cup of tea and he says cheers to everybody, so cheers to you, Robert. Is 3D your track plan? Now, you don't want to put groundwork in and boards because you won't see it. And my old computer, if I did one helix here and a couple of bits of track, it could cope with. But the moment I sort of put this bit and the water bit in, it just didn't have the brain power. A bit like me, really. It didn't have the brain power to make it into 3D. Now what I'm going to do is just turn the boards off, put the other track of the upper level, which is 2, and I'll turn the scenery off. So that's the track plan for the England, and I'm going to turn the upper track on, which will overlay this because you do it in layers. So it's quite clever, and that is the European station and the Japanese station over the top. But if I press a button which is called 3D view, very simple, it does this. And this is something I have always wanted to see. Unfortunately, you can see my reflection in the TV. To apologise for that. But it's just thinking about it, but there it is. Now, if I can move it over so you can see it, that is the upper level here. That's the European with the oil terminal. That high one there, this one, if I zoom in again, that one is going to be the Glacier Express, and then that's the other lines going round. That's all England down here. That's the container yard. The sea's here, which you can't see. And there's the 2 helixes in the background. That bit in the middle there is the European terminus, but you can look at it at all different angles. So, and you can see the level change. There's a little helix. Where's my there? There's a little helix there. There's another one just in the far distance. But you can move into the middle here and then look at it from how you would be looking inside the layout in between the boards, and that's how I drew it in the first place, with the helixes on this layer, which is called the lower level. Pretty simple, but that's what it is. So this is something what I fancied seeing, and actually looking at the different levels of track and get an idea. Now it's easier for me to see it because I know what the actual plan is. So when I know there's a bit higher up, I automatically can look at it. But you can zoom it round to see it from the top. So I'm very pleased about that. So I'll go back into 2D and then turn the baseboards back on. So, and it does the same with the American as well. So I won't show you the American side. I just had to do a little alteration on the American plan, but minor detail. So I just thought I'd show you the 3D effect. Just one other thing, over the Christmas period I forgot to put this up. I went to see Allan at Leighton Junction. We had a nice late morning and all afternoon. We went out for a meal, saw his layout. God, it's fantastic to see it in the real. Saw all his trains. He's like me, he's got trains everywhere. We were talking about wiring, talking about anything to do with trains. It was great. I took the plans up to show him what I was up to, because he asked me to bring them up, or the computer to see. Took them up on laptop as well, and we had a great time. So there's just a little bit of Al should be on it, and his layout. Well, this is a nice surprise. I've come up to Leighton Junction to see Allan, and this is looking from the outside in. I've never seen it from this position before, and it's just I've got a smile from ear to ear. It's just so nice to see it in the real. You know, the camera shows it well, but to see it in the real world, it's fantastic. I'm so happy, it's unreal. And we've got a bit of Captain America running around there. A bit of European, got to have a bit of European, haven't we? And then we've got past 43 HST, and just coming from over there we've got a Deltic, and all of these engines do have sound, but they're not on, because it would be making a nice noise and you wouldn't hear me. But this is lovely to see. As you can see, there's some engines on shelves. And underneath, I'll show you, I'll go in, and there's some up here as well. But it's a nice angle to look at. Could actually stand here and watch this for hours, and probably will. Anyway, we're going to go inside, and Allan will say hello. So this is some of his engines, and I am talking only some. Some are weathered, some are nice and clean, some nice European. Love the red and yellow one, that's lovely. Some more there, and then we'll go down this end. Some nice plus 22s there, 73. I don't know about that one, I can't see through the camera lens. I think that's a 31 or a 33. We've got a couple of steamers up there. This one must be really special. This is on its own. And then we've got a nice steam engine here. And there's some of the others. We're all breathing in. There's too much of us too in this floor area. So we were talking about weathering and how heavy some are. And that's quite a heavy weathered one. Some nice 37s. Evening star there. this is from this level. I love Captain America. Might have to see if I can get one of them. So he's Allan. It's nice to meet him in the flesh.
Yes, it's nice to have another subscriber come and visit. So we're two big kids at the minute, everybody.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah, it's we'll have the wheel of the time, yeah.
I tell you what, it's amazing to see 00 again, close up. I know I've seen it at exhibitions, but I've actually touched one and felt how heavy they are. And it's taken me back to my teenager years, a few decades ago. Okay, about 4 and a bit. But and this is water scene. It's great. Lovely. And all these trains are behaving and the cameras are. It's a good layout, this. Mr. Ripley's at Allan's. It's got huge. It's expanded. Just to give you a scale, there's my finger. It's bigger. Just for you, Paul. You know who you are. Oh, someone's coming to see what's happening. I can hear little feet come, so we better have a look. You've come to see the trains? Well, you'll have to get up on chair. Well, my pal's here again. He's had to, lay on chair to get a bit of height because this is the new testing for the I-trains, how to work it. He's having a look around. He's not bothered about the trains. Come on. That's it. There's some trains there. Right, nothing exciting in unusual this week. The only thing what's interesting from the point of view of these, they're quite a strange wagon where they've got this big piece of girder in the middle and they forklift pallets on and strap it to it on both sides, which I can't get in there, and they're open when they travel across the country, but everything must be sealed. This is a Bachmann. Runs very well. And sounds very nice. Usual thing, the bell. I just love that bell. Not on this, but on them all. All the American ones. I got this because it was reduced. I've been watching it for a couple of months, and then there was a notice up and there was £47 off it. So I thought, this sound, I'll have that. Took it under the £200 mark by a little bit. So I thought I would have that. I'll just leave that there. Turn the bell off and the lights. I'll turn the sound off. So there's a Freightliner, 86, an old, you know, the old packaging one. Excellent price. Again, about it's DCC fitted, and I've been following one again for a few weeks, not been selling because it was just too much money, and this one came along, and for £80, hell of a price. But the Kettle points, let me zoom out, it's a bit too close. They work as isolated. There's no power going down to that at the moment. But if I flick the switch and show you the train, the lights come on. And that wasn't me touching the controller. So I'll send that down there. And I got some nice little tanker wagons. Got quite a nice ray. Might get some more of them from Revolution trains. Packs of 3. I got 4 packets. That's trains. Some have names on, some are unbranded, like that one. I'll just send that down the other line. It's nice to do this here, send it quite a way down. And then we'll put this European train on. I'll just pause it a second while I change the points, then I'm not bouncing. Yeah, I'll just pause you there just while I change the points so you're not moving about fast. It does have a cold start button you can do first, but this has 2 engines in. That's one started, and that's the other one started. This is my first European diesel. It's quite an old one, the style. Got some lovely sounds on it. I won't go through it, don't want to bore you with all the different sounds. For Paul Sheedy, there's no mimic anyway. We both like that. I got a European crane to go on it. Well, to go with the European side, I've got some English cranes, so I thought it'd be nice just to show a European one. Again, it's Fleischmann. Everything moves like normal. Brake squeal, you name it, different ways of doing the lights. But it's nice to have something down here, especially with the radiator being here. Whew, it's lovely and warm. Really cosy. So that's that track up and ready. We just got to get it connected to iTrains and learn about that. Just a quick look at what I've done on iTrains so far. I've actually made the plan of the sill. That is West 1, and that is east 1, and when you press it, it'll automatically change the points. Ready. Now this isn't connected to the actual layout. This is just to show that it's working. And if I want to use west 2 to east 2, I click on this route and the points will change in order, and that'll be the last one there, and it just changed over. So that's what I've done. It's very easy to draw the track and put in block detect, the blocks, so it shows what train's on. Then you have to put the measurements in, which I haven't done yet, but that's the first stage, but very easy to do this bit. It was quite fun making it work. Every bit now is just a bit of a learning curve. See how it goes. Next thing is to get it connected to the layout and then put a train on and drag it to here and say go, and it goes on its own. See how it works, and then I may also take control of it halfway through and maybe stop it myself and then start it again or whatever. But it'd be good to, it's very interesting indeed. Just before I go, I just wanted to, if you haven't seen Kettle Track, I know a lot of people have, but they come with a fish plate on like they do, if I can get it in focus, like Pico, but as you can see it's a bit fancy. You just put them together, and you just push them together and they just snap together like that, and it's great. They'll hold the cells together, and you just pull them apart as many times as you want. Turn them around, do the other side, push together, and pull them apart, and they just seem to work. They work every time. Just banging into the stand with the camera's on. But just one thing I wanted to show you was this little thing. Now, you can actually just pull these out, but what you do, they supply you these. You push it over like that, slide it down or up, depending which way it is, and you just lift this edge up closest to you, and it just pulls it out. But that doesn't mean it's broke. You can just push it back in. Doesn't matter which way you put it round. And you get isolator ones. You get isolator ones to go in its place. It's just so easy to do. Well, thank you very much for watching. If you got to this stage, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll keep you informed of progress and things what happen on the new Woodthorpe International. So bye for now. Bye.